Hi, everybody. Jeremy here again, and welcome back. So far, you've seen how quickly you can ideate and create in ShapesXR, but that's only the beginning. ShapesXR is designed to be a prototyping tool, which means you can create interactive prototypes that tell the story of your design. So in this lesson, we're going to explore the storytelling power of shapes by diving into our scene system. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. Now, I like to think of scenes in shapes sort of like slides in a PowerPoint presentation. So in PowerPoint, I can use slides to tell a story. So ShapesXR works the same way, but instead of slides, we have scenes. And each scene in ShapesXR is a fully immersive 3D environment. And you can toggle back and forth between scenes and shapes to show different iterations of your prototype. And I think the best way to understand scenes is just to dive right in. So to access scenes, go to the main menu and press the scenes icon here. From this menu, you can see a list of all your scenes. So right now we just have one scene, the scene that we're currently in. That's the scene that we created our prototype in. And if I click on the plus button down here, I can add a brand new blank scene, and then I can add any elements to that new scene that I want to. So to navigate from scene to scene, I can just click on whatever scene I want from the menu, or I can use my non-dominant hand thumbstick to toggle backwards or forwards through the scenes in chronological order. Now this thumbstick works no matter what tool I'm in so that I can easily jump from scene to scene without having to go back to the scene menu each time. And to delete a scene, I just choose a scene and click the trash icon. Now, another way to add scenes is by duplicating scenes, and I do that with this icon right here. So now you see that I have two scenes that are exactly the same. And this is really helpful so you don't have to recreate the same objects over and over again. And then once you duplicate a scene, you can make adjustments to objects. And then when I toggle back and forth between the scenes, you can start to see how the system can be used to tell a story. Now, I want to take a second and talk about this button right here. This is really important. Now, when I click on this icon, I've activated the background scene. Now, my world doesn't look any different, but as long as this is highlighted, I'm in the background scene. And the background scene is sort of like a master slide in PowerPoint. Anything I create while I have the background scene activated will appear on all stages. So this is great for elements in your prototype that never change. So I can create directly in the background scene while it's active, but I can also move things from these top scenes here down to the background. So if I created something in the wrong place, I can easily move things around, which is actually what we're going to do right now. So let's click on this return to scene button, and that just means we're no longer in the background scene. And since the environment we created is never going to change throughout the life of the prototype, let's move it to the background scene. So with your select tool, move your thumbstick to the right and get that selection bubble pulled up, and then select your entire scene and make sure you select your sky as well. Now remember, we locked our menu in place, so that's not going to be part of our selection, which is what we want right now. So after you've made your selection, in the upper right-hand corner of your menu, open this little three-dot menu here and choose Move to Background. And that's it. This environment is now on the background layer, and no matter how many scenes we add to our project, the environment will always be here. All right, so let's now go ahead and start working with the menu we designed and get it ready to add interactivity to it. So we need to do two things first. Number one, we need to unlock these objects, and I do that by just going to the main menu, select tool, and choosing unlock all. And the next thing we need to do is ungroup the objects. Remember, we grouped everything together so we could properly place it in the environment. But now we need to ungroup everything so we can make changes to the buttons. So to ungroup, select the grouped object and choose ungroup from the main menu. Okay, one more quick thing I want to do. So the background plate of this menu also never changes throughout the life of the prototype. So we can move that to the background layer as well. And just to make our lives easier, I'm not planning to do anything with these first three buttons. So let's go ahead and put them on the background as well. So select the back plate and the first three buttons, and then move them to the background layer just like we did before. All right, that's it for this lesson. Our scene is all prepped and ready to work with. So join me in the next lesson where we'll begin telling the story of our app with scenes and interactivity. We'll see you then. Bye, everybody.